mean, you can get there, maybe build a bunker, maybe no. We've seen Moro defend it, game in, game out, but it's still viable. You can pick off a few drones, you get scouting information when the gas has gone down and so on. So we do have the one Marine coming out, and a drone does get into the base and manages to survive. And survive the wall off, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, not much of a wall off, unfortunately. There was a bit of a hole in it, and it's going to be stuck in the base for the time being. It might get on some little bits of harassment. What he'd like to do, I suppose, is just hang around and see exactly what's coming down. Second Marine coming out. I have to wonder if he'll cancel that, but I think it's almost halfway through, so that's not going to happen either. And that's interesting, of course, because that indicates... Oh, wow! He grabs himself a free gas.
Yeah, I don't think Stephano really... I mean, I don't think BratOK really wants the gas.
No, I don't think he cares.
I don't think he really cares too much about that. So just kind of, it was almost like forcing Stephano to go for it.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, I'm saving that. And then, okay, you're not going to take it? Okay, I'll take it. And then, you know, a lot of mind games going on, but it doesn't really affect BratOK that much at all. He does go in, see the gas mining, sees the hatch first build, and sees the drone count as well, which is currently at 16 to 17 SCV, so a little bit close, but once these lava injects start to kick in, that drone count is going to skyrocket.
Yeah, it is. And do you think that BratOK perhaps should be looking into going into a bit of Blue Flame? I mean, he doesn't seem to be a big fan of the build, honestly. He tends to prefer these Red Flame Hellions a little bit earlier, but Blue Flame could prove to be useful on a map like this.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing BratOK throw down another barrack, so it doesn't look like he wants to expand anytime soon, and I think that's the correct way to play against Stephano, to be honest, because even though Stephano is the king of defense right now, the thing is, just look at that last game, it's a complete massacre as the game drags on, and
yeah, you don't want that to happen.
Terran players are already having difficulty against Infestors, against Broodlords, Ultralisk Infestors, and all the combinations late game Zerg can have, so, I mean, he can pick up easy wins like he did against Moro.
Yeah, he can, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it actually annoys me. It really grinds my gears when I see people complain about one base execution and assassination build. And there seems to be this very small vocal minority of people that believe the only way a game can be good is if it goes past 3 bases, and the only way you're a good player is if you get up to 3 bases and then attack, which to me is absolute nonsense. And BratOK absolutely does not want to go toe-to-toe in a macro game with Stephano right now.
And we've already seen BratOK cut SCVs at 22 now. He hasn't built any for a while now. And he's just going to be going for exact same build he did against Moro. And Stephano already with that second Spine Crawler. And Ling's in production already. We do not have the layer yet, though. He's waiting for that third queen, waiting for the gas to get up there. He still hasn't gone back into gas yet. And here comes the Overlord to try and scout. One Marine is there to deny.
Yeah, it might be able to sneak around, though, because BratOK is not moving to intercept. But this build is interesting. As I said before, someone online pointed out that this was an old beta build of BratOK's, and it is, of course, one base assassination push, which is designed to smash its way through defenses. Stephano is actually defending in a very similar manner to Moro, really similar. Not getting that layer yet, grabbing an evolution chamber right here to provide a wall off, and going for this. And, of course, he's walling off against Hellions, and he's aware of that, but he has no idea about what's coming. It's an identical assassination push coming across the map with heavy Marauder composition. He doesn't, well, he will actually have stim when this hits. This will be a very well-timed and very dangerous play. Admittedly, Stephano's going to get a bit more information because his creep spread's a bit better than Moro's was early game.
Yeah, and the thing is, he hasn't got a layer. He doesn't want to dedicate the resources to that. He now knows what is going on, and he's going to be in a great shape to defend this with a lot of links here. Still, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, and honestly, he didn't actually see this at the back, so he knows there's Hellions. He knows it's a big Hellion push. He most likely suspects it, you're right. 4 more Spine Crawlers being put down. Now, really, BratOK must strike now for this to be effective. If those 4 Spine Crawlers go up, doesn't matter how many Marauders you've got. You're dealing with 8 Spine Crawlers in the mix. That's kind of hard one way or the other. He's going to go for it. Here we go.
Yeah, Stephano watched the games clearly from Moro now, and look at that, absolutely demolishing this attack from BratOK.
Well, right now, the thing is he can't really go in, and he will walk into a wall of pain, because this is the thing about this build. BratOK uses the defenses against him because it actually funnels the Zerglings into a really narrow corridor that can be easily incinerated. That said, this time BratOK fails the attack, and Stephano holds it, and what is the follow-up to this, really?
What, from BratOK here?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like he has to take the expansion immediately or continue with this. He's gone back to SCV production, and he's just going to follow, actually. He's building a few more Marauders, and this Overlord on the left-hand side of the base sees 1,500 minerals on that natural. and sees everything that's going on. He has complete understanding. And as soon as that attack failed, he's 12 drones in production. He shoots up to 41 drones immediately, goes and takes 4 gases, goes to layer, adds the bailing nest, and so on, just continues with this game.
Yeah, and really you're not going to get Hellions through that. That is quite the defensive wall-off. It's a little tricky, to say the least, and I don't really know what BratOK's plan from here on in is, because it is pretty much all in. I mean, he's thrown an awful lot of SCVs out. He hasn't built SCVs in ages. He's still sitting on 18. It's 18 versus 38 drones, and the tech advantage is now in Stephano's favor. The only thing that BratOK's got going for him right now is a larger army, and the army can't get through this, so it doesn't really matter. There's another 3 being put on there. So Stephano going for a double wall of swine crawlers here.
Yeah, and still BratOK not opting to go for that expansion. He did send down an SCV to try to fake this, and this is what he was trying to fake. Is all these SCVs are going, he knows he just can't expand, he's too far behind.
It's all in at this point.
He has to go all in, and Stephano knows it, and what's he do?
Bailings?
Go down 3 additional swine crawlers, most bailings, and it's just in Happy Town right now.
Yeah, this is going to be the most relaxed defense I think he's had all tournament, and these SCVs are going to melt incredibly fast. Hey, he might even get ground carabets. No, probably not by the time these actually land, but if we have a look at army size, yes, BratOK has a much larger army. Yes, he's throwing SCVs in that, but look at the size of this wall, and look at the amount of defense he's got here. He's going to tank a good amount of damage on right there. He might be able to cancel it on the evolution chamber, or alternatively, he could explode. We shall see. And Stephano going for it. Wow! Huge, massive bailing detonation. He's still going to deal with that? No, BratOK, absolutely not.